Start sharing my screen and let's go over what crypto will do the next coming days, weeks, what we can expect actually in the coming days. We'll start by the easiest one actually. Let's go over USDT dominance. And this is actually looking promising, first sight. So, what do we need to see? Let me explain first of all what USDT is, if you have never heard of it. USDT dominance is actually where the money supply goes to when the crypto market is going down. People put the money in the most known stable coin, and that's USDT of course. Now here, for today, we were actually yesterday in a daily gap trading into it. So we were inside this day gap. I want to see us actually today or tomorrow go back down and actually stay under 4.57. Yeah, that would be a great indication that the market continues lower. Now in the weekly, we saw that we actually came into a weekly fair value gap. We took a lot of buy side liquidity right here. If the market shows any strength that we go back down, we should be by the end of the week back inside this ranging part. If we get back into that ranging part, that looks very promising that we took actually the upper part of the liquidity, and that means that we need again the lower part. If we go back down at least to 4.61 and we stay in this ranging part, we definitely will have a nice buying opportunity that we could see USDT drop another 10% from. I will be selling all of my crypto as I buy at this low. Here I'll definitely sell all my alts for Bitcoin or for USDT. That's at 3.71% of the market's liquidity. If we take this low, there is a big possibility that we move again up. If we go to the monthly, we can see that the monthly is slowly moving down, not a lot. We do want to see that monthly again close as low as possible. Here we took some buy side liquidity. We didn't breach the low yet, so there is a possibility that we just go up to. This was a news week, so there was a news event, or that liquidity grab that we saw in the news that everybody got liquidated. This was actually that week. We still got 16 days in this monthly, so there's a possibility on both sides. For this week, I would prefer that we actually close back into that range. If we do, there is a big possibility that we just drop down then and that we go back to those lows. Now, if we stay out of it, I don't want us to end the market higher than, do not want to see USDT above this. I don't want to see it above 4.85. That means that the market is definitely gonna keep giving back what they actually got. So that means that the crypto market will go down if we go above that 4.7, 4.8. That would definitely be a very bad indication for the market. That means that the market will definitely start plummeting down. So that means that we could see Bitcoin. If that would happen, we can see Bitcoin back to 102,000, maybe 100,000. Same here, look, it's already on my chart, even on the weekly. If we drop below 89,000 for a Bitcoin, that means that we actually are starting in a bearish trend. That means that the bull market was over then, and that the market is definitely showing a lot of strength to the downside. So this week and the next week will definitely be a very important one. Daily, again the same. So We came into a daily for value gap once this drop came, so we came into it. We didn't take the lows yet. I want us actually to stay up here. I don't want to see us fall actually back to this low. That would not give a good sign. So if we hit 107,000, that means that the market definitely wants to go lower. So it will take out that wick then, and then there is a big possibility that we actually fall fully bearish. So I would prefer that we stay actually above 107,000 for Bitcoin. If we do, we still have that sideways accumulation, so we're actually inside a ranging part right here too. Well, we ticked the high, we didn't had any push above it, so this was why we fell. We didn't have displacement above the highs, and we saw that drop. That's actually the same in all the markets. Now we did have a wick, and it bought actually very strong back up from inside of a value gap after that ranging part. So as long as we stay now above 108 to 107,000 dollars, we are good to go back up. If we don't, that will be a different story, of course. So we need to stay above this high. Let me go to BTC dominance. Let me see what that one says. So same here, we had a huge wick of that spike because all the altcoins actually dropped a lot, that we actually saw this spike up. So that means that actually we came back, we took some buy side liquidity of percentages, and then we saw the movement back down. So now I want to see actually that we drop further down. We can come back to this daily gap that we have right here. If we do, altcoins will drop, of course, again once we get to 60%. That means that the most of the money of USDT goes straight into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be a good buy then at that point. Now, if we drop further down, I want to see how we act off of this small gap here. So between 85% and 85.05, this will be the most important level that we have at this point. If we can get to that level and fall through it immediately and go below 87, 70, 57, that would be amazing to see that we are fully back up. The altcoins Ethereum will be around 5k at that point. Once we have that, that means that Bitcoin will drop another 4%, and most of that goes actually straight into Ethereum and then the rest of the altcoins. So I want to see if we hold this. So if we see it happening and we see Bitcoin drop below that, we have a full altcoin season then. That means that altcoins will rally at least. Well, we will see Ethereum at least at 5k once we hit that level. Once we get below here, Ethereum could go maybe to 6,000-7,000. The last point of view that I want to see, if the market goes below 57 and we hold it around this area and continue to fall, I will sell most of my altcoins again once we get to 54. This is like the lowest part that I want to see it go at this point. We still have a gap right here. That will be the end run. But once we get below 54, I will be looking to sell a few of my major altcoins back for Bitcoin, or to take some profits off of it. At this point we're in a ranging part, so we need to be patient and see what happens. There's not much to tell actually, except of the weekly that we had. We had a huge push up, so now we're back down. So this is the beginning of the monthly too. So if we watch on a monthly, we actually You just pushed straight up to that monthly fair value gap, and this looks very bearish at this point. So this looks like it will continue to the downside. But to be 100% sure, we still have 16 days. So in 16 days, this market can just as easily move another 7% up. If this happens for Bitcoin dominance to move up another 7.5%, that means that all the altcoins will drop another 20-25%. So be aware of that. ETH. If we watch the monthly on ETH, we just came into a huge fair value gap, so this looks very bullish at this point. Nothing to talk about. If we watch the daily, for any purchasing power, what we could have a bot or a buy off of it. I want to see actually the monthly. So we came into a fair value gap. We are now at 50% of that range, 78% of that range. We made a daily FEG. We had a strong push off of it. Now today and tomorrow, by the end of the week, I would love us actually to close above these highs. We have some buy side liquidity right here, and I don't want to see us struggle once we get above that high. I want to see us a straight push to like 5.4 thousand would be a nice indication. At this point, we need to be a bit more patient. I already showed on in the Discord that I was buying right here. If we drop back to that buying price around 3,800, I will be selling again. So these were my entries. My last entries that we took, that was actually on this gap right here. So if we drop below that 3,825, I will be selling again. I will not let any of my buying purchases go down once we are still moving in the sideways market. So I want to see strong push up right here. So it looks bullish at this point. So the 4 hour came back down. We're about the same like Nasdaq is doing now. So now here we want to see that continuation. Once we breach 4,389, that looks like we are in the green zone to continue back up. I don't want to see us close in this week back to 3,825. That would not give a nice sign. Same here, we still have a $4,000, so we could in the next coming day one more time would look something like this. I'll even leave this open, so if we tap this, we can definitely come back for that to continue higher. I'm okay with this. If we breach this low, I am selling. So if we go below this wick, I am selling. My buy is back. Then you will see that USDT did not actually go down and that it actually went back up. What can I say? If you have never into anything of crypto, Ethereum is very good to buy at this point. Avax, I still believe that this will be one of the best gaming coins out there. We had a huge liquidation on Binance that was around $8. We're now around 23. My last purchase was 21 and a bit. Oh, but that was here. So now just being patient, see what happens. If this continues to move up, that's good. We need to be patient on USDT dominance. That will show exactly what the market will want to do. If you have no experience in cryptocurrency whatsoever, I would recommend just buy Bitcoin and just hold it for a very long period of time. If you want to make quick money, it's not something that you want to be doing straight off cryptocurrencies. You can make quick money, but you can give away a lot of money too. If you are very new to cryptocurrency, this is one of my favorite gaming coins. Still holding a whole bunch of this one, and we'll keep holding it even if it continues to fall. The upside on this coin, if the market should start rallying again, is at least like a 10,000. It's at least like 4 or 5,000%. To 1 cent, we got at least 2,000% to the movement up. It's definitely worth looking into it. This has a 3 gaming platform, fully functional, so not a lot of people know about this coin. You cannot buy it on any exchange yet, just Maxi. Chainlink looks very good, promising at this point. Let's take our... We just retested the weekly, so that looks good. We are at the daily right now, so that looks promising. We're above the we're under the 4 hour. That's less good. But we are at the daily, so if we breach through that daily EMA, we will definitely move further up. Buy if we break this. Look, it was even on my screen already, so an easy buy. So we're still at that same point where I actually started buying at 68.44. That was actually a limit order that I went in. I didn't even mention this one on Discord. The reason why is this was built up liquidity. We just taken out that liquidity. That was also that week. Did not expect this kind of movement actually, and we actually look if we took all sell side liquidity. That was actually from very far back. That was from August 24. That they actually liquidated everybody. That's more than a year on leverage that people actually got liquidated. ICP, not really my coin. This is actually one that I'm very interesting and keep continuing buying. Is Tau. Tau has actually the same as a hyperlink, or as here as hype. This does actually the same, but it was one of the first that came out actually. Tau is very well known under the very rich people. So this is why once we saw this dip, this one actually recovered instantly. This one went up 59% from that recovery. Near is a Chinese coin, looks not strong at this point. DOT is a gaming coin also from China, not that strong this year. Solana is still at a very nice price at this point. We bought back around 180, 184, 183, something like that. So still up. Once we breach again, we come below 190, I'll probably sell. Not gonna hold this. We are now, look, this is the down candle, so we made a change in character. So I want to see if we hold this gap, yes or no. I will keep posted. Once we get above $229, we're in the green, and then we are safe to keep holding. We are at that daily EMA, so that looks good. We are also still far away from that weekly. Monthly we don't even have. But do remember guys, this is actually from 23 we started moving up, so this one actually 1400% up. So this is typically for a bull run actually to finish. So normally the bull run ends around 15 days from now. So if it was the end of the bull run, I'm okay with it too. The only thing that I found strange is that we didn't hear people talk about it. So even the liquidation that we had, whole Belgium news, nothing was over it. So nobody even spoke about it. That makes me doubting that this was actually the end of the bull run. If it was, people would definitely be speaking about it. Alpha, one of the lending platforms, definitely something that you should be holding if you want to have a good coin in your wallet. This is something that definitely will survive. It's been here for at least 2 cycles. Say I bought back at 160, 150, something around that. So 250, so we're up 20, 27, 28%. Dogecoin, not my favorite coin, so not keeping this. BNB is one of the strongest coin that I actually want to keep buying. This actually did not have the down movement like most of coins, so even though this only went down 68% of previous bull run, so this is very low. Normally the coins go like 80, 90%, and it didn't even stop moving up. So this one actually 500% upwards since the lows. So and it's still very strong. This was the only coin that instantly recovered from that dip. So this was that dip, and it instantly recovered. And now it's in a sideways movement, and this will actually be one of the indicators I will be watching. Just this coin alone will show us if the market still has strength, because it just came above and it rejected a high. So if this one leads and it shows that we have a lot of strength to the downside, I'm probably will go out of a few more altcoins too. Beam is definitely an opportunity right here too. A very cheap price. Never has been this cheap actually. If you ever think, this is not a cryptocurrency by the way, XRP is no cryptocurrency, and XLM is the same, it is not a cryptocurrency, these two. The reason why these are not cryptocurrencies is actually they have a central place where they are located. So we stayed under the daily, so now I want to see that push back up. If you don't hold any, well, it's okay to hold a bit, but I will probably be patient until we see how it moves. At this point it's not the strongest coin looking, same for XLM, not the strongest one. If you're not in time buying XRP, just buy XLM afterwards. You got about a day's time in between before XLM moves when XRP actually already moved. Ethereum Classic, if Ethereum normal goes back up, Ethereum Classic will do the same. Probably went over most of the coins that I'm actually wanted to talk about. Let's see. This is also one of my most favorite pop coins is actually Kaspa, is also one of them that actually should perform very well in the next coming years. It's actually his first run, but something that definitely will, once people know what it can do, will do its thing. This went up. So you cannot buy this on every exchange yet, and this is already in the top 100. So this done everything without needing an exchange. So most of the coins that are in the top 100 got that high because they got onto a centralized exchange that's known by a lot of people. This one didn't even need it because the people that actually wanted to put it on the exchange needed to buy the coin itself. So it was fully distributed like Bitcoin. Only the miners had the coins, so they didn't have any to give to the exchanges. I didn't want to also. Bitcoin Cash holding strong too. Didn't see this one yet. This only dropped 20%. That was nice. Staying above the daily EMA, so this looks like a strong coin. If we can keep this up, I'll add this to my portfolio. Need to set this an alarm here. Litecoin is beneath. This looks like a nice buy too. CRO at this point. So this is a coin from an exchange. Not my fan, ENA, PP not either. Tau, this I've already been over. Oh, and if you ever want a bank of cryptocurrency and want to have some stored where you get actually a nice return, this one is backed by a US government system. So this one is fully, if you don't receive your cryptocurrencies back, it's backed, so it will be paid out anyways. And it's called Nexo. It's a bank actually where you can hold your crypto, so you get actually a nice return for anything that you put into it. Even stable coins, you get up to 8% a year based just for a stable coin. That's a lot better than if you actually put it at your own bank. I went over most coins, so not much to talk about. Just if they keep holding above the daily EMA and we see USDT drop again, we should be good. We're now inside this range still, so want to see how we end. By the end of the week, we probably have a nice viewpoint. If I see any strange movements, I'll definitely leave it or say it in Discord. But at this point, we look good to go back up. Nothing else shows me yet that we should move down. We go. Yeah, finance is back up, so looks good. So anything with AI under it will definitely do fine. Gamings will do fine afterwards. Yeah, I went over most coins that I actually wanted to talk about. If you have anything to ask, you can just ask it now. Otherwise, I'll round up this session. Not much actually that to be talked about today. It looks very good. All markets look like a bit of a sideways movement at this point, but definitely looks like it will recover nicely, especially after this daily movement back up. So here we got rejected of that daily gap. That looks good. So by the end of the week, I want to see us head above 3004 for Ethereum, maybe even 3500, 4500. That would be a nice indication that we continue the bull run. Welcome, Charles. See you new. Give you. Yasin, I just upgraded you to new so that you actually see the rest of the a bit more of the Discord. Welcome, happy to have you here. Okay, so I'll end the call by this. Have a nice day, I would say, and see you back in the afternoon session. Enjoy.